nigga thought that I was done, I done came through that bitch with an 8-piece. My baby needs shoes and my whip due to rent due on an 18. I don't wanna take it up a notch, but I bust down, watch try to make me. As long as I'm alive, folks, just keep your eyes open, be concerned for your safety. Cause if you gon' hate me,
I'ma have to give you motherfuckers a reason.
cause if you gon' hate me,
Hey, I'ma make sure that you mean it.
cause if you gon' hate me, you better learn what I've been through lately. How many niggas told me
I know that
hate
just
me?
pissed
Just
me
keep your
off,
eyes open,
but,
be concerned for your safety. I know they
I'm
gon'
just
hate
showing
me.
y'all that Jesus didn't die on the cross.
I need that. With Andre, I'm 3 stacks.
He died on a tree.
I relapse. I'm stressed out. I
And
mean
the
that.
Jewish
I checked out.
people
I be
know
back.
the shit
I'm chasing.
because
I reached that.
that's the
That's
truth.
magic.
Like,
A
look
G-Fact.
at what
I keep
look
my
at
pace when I'm
what
in a
the
rat race
hell
and
I
the
just
government
screenshot
won't keep me
of.
trapped.
Oh my
And the school keep telling me
God,
that I could be anything
this
I
shit
want, but I
wild in
really
the
believe
bitch.
that.
They was
They
keeping
teaching me to work
secrets
for
and stuff
another
like that.
motherfucker when I
The
graduate,
Jewish
I ain't wanna
know
be
it.
that. 'Cause if the goal was
And
for
that's
me to
what's
get rich with a
crazy is
9-to-5
that
shift,
this,
I ain't
we
gonna achieve that.
supposedly
What you know
melanated
about
people
risking
not
it all just
Jews.
to get a little bread, so
Oh
you
my
living like a
God,
dog.
this shit wild, man. This is sick. This is a sick game. This is a sick game. They've been keeping this secret for a long time. And the fact that 888 is in that date. Did y'all hear what I said? Now, I'm finna go look up this word. Actually, because it keep bothering me. I think it was HOD or DOH or some shit like that. Because it looked like door is shit to me, in my opinion. So, but I'm gonna look that shit up because I know what the fuck that means. Oh my God, this shit. All them words in that tree of life, in that Jewish tree of life, in the magic, in the Kabbalah magic or whatever the fuck it is, which to me, B turns into P and also turns into D. Remember that because that's the magic that they're trying to dispel, the magic spell, rather. You hear me? Anyway. And it's only bothering me because I flipped it. I flipped everything because that's what was written in that supposed Bible that we supposed to be praying to this God daddy who died on this goddamn cross, but he died on a tree. But I'm finna timber they motherfucking ass. You hear me? I swear to God. And since we using models, we needed a model, right, Texas? Denton to be specific. You want me to be honest? Because it's a motherfucking Mayflower bread plant that sit right in front of Texas Medical Hospital. And I'm going to show y'all that shit on the map. Since we using models, because there's a cemetery that's over there too, and I done been to that cemetery, and what is it called again? I'ma show y'all. God damn it, I made a video on this. Attention to these dip signs, a lot, and I don't know why, but this is by the Medical City Denton that I'm at, but this is the heart emergency right here room. I made a fucking video on this. Now over here is where the goddamn cemetery is. I just went the wrong way, so I gotta turn around. But I'm gonna show y'all because the railroad tracks over here too. I just got to point that out in the underground motherfucking railroad where it do a dip back here. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, let me show you. You see the heart? Hold on, let me show you the heart. I can't turn my damn camera. It's your heart. You see it? Blue, blue. You see how it's we going back here. But that dip sign was across over here. You can't see it from where I'm at right now, but that's Presbyterian. This is Baylor Scott and White. And this is the heart emergency. It's an emergency. You hear me? ER. Anyway, let me show you something. And I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh, you see the railroad? Because motherfucking Flowers Bakery, the Mayflower Bakery, you hear me? Where yeast grows, where they make bread and shit, since that's what Jesus was giving out and shit, you hear me? It's right there. You see them columns right there? Right there. Boop, boop. You see that patch? Right there. Bloop, bloop. You see that? But anyway, it's an emergency because all this shit is connection, right? Like I said, the dip sign, you know, what happens above, happened below, happened within and without. All this shit is connected to one motherfucking source. You hear me? Sorcerers. Anyway, let me show y'all the old cemetery back in the cut and shit over here by this motherfucking actually, this is Texas Women's Oncology, so women shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's across the street from, whatever, Denton Medical. I couldn't get it out. God damn it, it got too much shit. I get excited when I when I discover shit. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm quick on my feet, cause I done made a video on this page, child. I couldn't get the name, I can't remember the name for nothing. Cemetery. So turn the page, town. Then what this cemetery called, you know. Cause what happened below, what happens with the signs and shit and everything. Let me show y'all that page town. Let me turn my camera and show y'all page town.
I'm quick on my feet because I done made a video on this Page Town. I couldn't get the name. I couldn't remember the name for nothing. Cemetery. So turn the Page Town. Because then what this cemetery called, you know. Because what happened below, what happened above, happens with the signs and shit and everything. Let me show y'all that Page Town. Let me turn my camera and show y'all Page Town. Because when you turn the pages in the Bible and stuff like that in the town, because you know, anyway, that literally is back over there. That is the bread, motherfucking Flowers Bakery and shit. You know, what they did with the yeast and stuff. And then this is the women, Texas, excuse me, I'm moving too fast. Baylor Scott and White Heart Hospital. And then the OBGYN office. So women's is over here because, you know, that's significant. That's who the fuck they took out the Bible. They took the pages out the Bible of the motherfucking woman. Heart. You hear me? Was literally the prophecy in the Bible, because that's what I am, is when everything that I've been discovering and putting videos out is significant to me and my family, literally, because I have Edwards in my family, and y'all may too. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all not me, right? I know me. So anyway, Edwards is also my ex, and his nickname is Stormy, right? The storm, the eye of the motherfucking hurricane storm in the Wizard of Oz and stuff like that. I done made videos on all that stuff. But anyway, you know, Goddess Gang is definitely in the building. I gotta tell y'all, this is Quest, and I done touched the stone, you know, cause since they landed on the motherfucking moon rock and shit like that, the eagle and stuff, you know, and I've been on a quest for that. So anyway, women's breast diagnostic center is right here. All this shit sits in the middle of the bullshit. You hear me? Now let me show you the dip sign. Dip, baby, dip. Dip, baby, dip. And mind you, this is off of 35. You turn that into an 8, you know. Edwards is not a factor. But, you know, that's not the only reason why I know that, you know, I'm the revelation in the Bible. You hear me? Like I said, it's an emergency, right? Watch this. You hear me? Ooh, y'all see that? Anyway, 4, because they got us in the box. It was ambulance 4. But anyway, you know, it's a lot of blue signs with white letters over here off of Edwards and everything like that, which is the Katy Trail or something. It's a whole bunch of shit. I'm not finna go through all that stuff. Y'all go look that shit y'all stuff and discover some shit, because the stuff is backwards as hell. But you know, who am I? Edwards is off of Mayhill, and that leads to the bread place. And I gotta add the waste treatment plant is right here. And that leads to Spencer Generating Power Plant, because that's all on the same road as Mayhill. And it turns into Spectrum, sits off in the corner. And then I talked about this in prior videos, how Shady Oaks turns into Morse, and how Morse turns into meal and how meal turns into Y, and then how, you know what I'm saying? Like all this shit, cause I'm a streetwalker now, cause you know, what they did was turn the women into 304s in the Bible, right? Anyway, so you know they made us that's how they zeroed us and X'd us out and all that stuff. But you know, here's the recycling plant, waste treatment plant. That's what the road of this sign is. And when you literally cross, or like I'm turning left because there's only one way you can go from the waste management. I'm not gonna go into detail. Y'all figure this shit out yourself. Cause if you go and figure it out yourself, you'll see that I made many videos on this goddamn shit right here. Spencer, you see Spencer, and that's a joke in everybody mall in the treatment plant. But anyway, the power plant is off here. I wanted to point out this 978, because if you flip the 9, because that's what they know what to do, the Dr. J, you know, because I'm the Dr. J, you hear me? Anyway, if you flip the 9, this is 678 is my birthday, literally. This is my birthday with the 9 if you flip it. 6780, literally. You know, because we all connected by one source, literally. And it took me to star, because you seen that, the Tahoe, you hear me? Ho, do you see the star by the H on the Tahoe? I know you seen it. Yeah, we all connected, goddammit. I'm the bridge, you hear me? That's Bridges Road, you hear me? You hear me? You hear me? Y'all don't hear me? Because up next is Lowe's and North Star. Lowe's on my right, North Star right here off of Spencer is on my left. This is Lowe's. I mean, you know, because they fellow, you know, or they Doug Lowe, you know. Stupid. Now we have a Luke 288 and shit, and the truck that just went to the right had a license plate 2023 and shit like Jordan, you hear me? Dr. J and shit. But anyway, and then this license plate is W. Jr. off of Luke. 288 and shit, you hear me? Oh, in the Underground Railroad. I told you I was leg day the other day, American leg day, because legs are a factor. Because they don't tell you that the figure 8 in the knee and shit like that. But I ain't gonna go into all that detail, just know I know, you know. Look at John and the hip bet, because they bet on the motherfucking Alpha, they bet on the road, boy, you hear me?
Generating power plant. The name speaks for itself. A Spencer is a boat sail or something, a boat part or something, which is next to the electric, dentin electric. But you know, didn't power plant got, you know, electric, water, and gas. You know what I'm saying? That's the power, clearly, right? But anyway, at the end of this Underground Railroad, because the railroad continues over this motherfucker and turns into you know, the A train and shit, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, now, it is off of Colorado. Now, we just was literally on Colorado, because in Wood Road. So this is Colorado on Wood Road. Remember, Colorado goes all the way to this, the hospital, right? You know, because they froze us, you know, in time and shit. You hear me? Throat shocker, you hear me? But anyway, Woodrow, Colorado, what else is this? Audra, and it turns into something else. It's like 4 goddamn streets. You hear me? Cause they keeping us in the box. But y'all be blessed. Goddess Gang is definitely in this building. And this is the building, the vessel. Look at that. 5-3 on a, can y'all see that? On their car? Y'all can't see that. It's 5-3. Again. Flip it. 35 is an 8. God damn it, we connected. And it says New York City. And let me flip my camera and show y'all motherfuckers right quick.
You see that? And they off of Shady Oaks. Because, you know, I know how this word works. They've been being shady, too. Anyway, throat chakra is just blocked. You know, everything has a meaning. This is off of Curly. And I got some curly hair at the boat. Denton boat. Like, this is all alignment. Literally at 502. And then this used to be the old UPS. Because we going up. You hear me? Anyway. That another train is finna come the other way. Like, that was 321 going to Dallas. This is 123 coming to Denton. I'm just saying. Again, we going up. Because they done bolted us. Dead bolted us. You hear me? And this is how connected I am. This is my birthday. This license plate is No More Losses, 1980. And it's in front of Wood Hill and Camino de Sol. You know, they changed the sign. That was the sun there. Cause that's what the soul mean, is sun. But anyway, why the chicken crossed the road, you know, because he definitely want to get to the other side. You hear me? You see Applebee's? The Eve apple and shit. You hear me? Remember, they put everything in the motherfucking blender and spun it and mixed it up and it spewed it out. Remember? So everything is every damn where. Literally. Because we are every motherfucking thing. Literally. You just got to understand how we are connected to one. It all has one meaning. You hear me? Empress Margiana out.